Hi everyone, welcome back to RC Pi. Today we're going to do a bit of a how-to to hopefully give you a more stable truck on the trails or on the rocks. Now we're all running either hard bodies like this, which weigh quite a bit, or our lightweight polycarbonate or Lexan bodies. But if we're doing scale crawling, we're often putting on extra accessories and so on, and we're constantly adding weight up top, which we don't want to be doing. Now, a lot of people want to be adding, if they've not already got one, a spare wheel on the back like this, just for that scale look. But an actual spare tyre and wheel, even if it's a light plastic one, is fairly heavy, and we don't want to really be doing that and chucking all that weight on the back. So what I'm looking at is how to save 100, even 200 grams of weight from being up high on that body by making ourselves a light spare wheel. So let's see how to do it.
The first thing to do is decide on which wheel you want to make a copy of. So just choose some polystyrene that you'll be able to cut out that's big enough to fit as many of these circles as possible. So that thickness is going to be about half, so we'll leave 2 of those for one wheel. So I'm just using a kitchen knife to cut through the polystyrene. It's just a bit of packaging this. It was from a dehumidifier, I think. So just cutting those into the rough squares. Easily done. Not as easily as you'd think. Polystyrene's always a bit tougher. But there we go. We've got 2 basic squares. So if we look at those, they're just about the right size. We'll just trim those off. You don't have to be too accurate here. Just get it about right. We're only looking for the rough shape. There we go. We'll just chop this other one, trim that down. And those 2 together are more or less the same thickness, same sort of size as that spare wheel and tyre. So all we need now is a way of attaching those basically to your vehicle. Because if you try and just screw into some polystyrene, attach some polystyrene to something, you're going to have a bit of an issue, of course. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to use a fruit punnet here that I bought some raspberries in, and just going to cut out some rough circles a little bit smaller than those polystyrene circles. I mean, they don't even need to be particularly circular. These are basically just large, very lightweight washers. So we cut those out, one for there. I'm going to make a hole, just marking across on that polystyrene, make a hole in the center. Again, it doesn't really matter if it is actually in the center, but that's where your bolt is going to go to mount it to the body shell. So have a look at your body shell. You know, it might be that you use an existing mounting point, like on that, there were some fuel tanks that were bolted onto the back. So I've just used that same mounting point, but pick an appropriate screw, either the existing one or a new one for a new hole. That's going to mount in a different way for each body. So here we're ignoring the actual mounting side of this. I'm just showing you as a kind of universal version. So just put some holes into those kind of reinforcement washers that I've made. Imagine that's going through the body first, then it's going into this and through into this fake spare wheel. So there will be something there holding it onto that body. Then we'll put the other reinforcing washer on there, because we're basically just holding the first piece of polystyrene in place. Okay, then next onto that, going to stick like a medium-sized washer on there, then a little tiny washer. I mean, one decent size one, if it's got a small hole, would be good, but you know, sometimes we need to use an extra one. We'll just tighten those up using a nylock nut on there so it won't come loose. Then next, just push that second piece into place, and then you've got your fake spare wheel. Now you might find that's the right size for your spare wheel cover, or you might find that it wants just bulking out a little bit. You know, that's entirely up to you and how you think it looks. Or you might find that you just want to change the profile. So I like a bit more of a rounded profile to make it look a bit more realistic. So I've just taped those pieces together, and then using this packaging material, you know, it's the sort of stuff that you might get wrapped around a monitor or something else. You know, I mean, we get packaging all over the place now. So just cutting a strip of that to the right sort of width, and then all I'm going to do is wrap that around the outside of this spare wheel. Oh, try not to drop the piece as you're tearing off your piece of duct tape. But yeah, just a bit of duct tape, fasten it onto there, wrap it around we go, and take the other end. So again, that might be perfect. That might be exactly what you want. But what you could do, again, for a bit more profile, is fasten a doubled over piece of this stuff around the middle, and then we're getting that rounded profile. Just makes it a little bit nicer. That's taped in place, but then just to help with keeping that in position inside that spare wheel cover, spare tyre cover, just a few more bits of duct tape, and voila, we have a spare wheel that now we can just pop over here, stretch that on. It's a bit fiddly, sorry that's gone off camera, but you know, work it into place. You'll have to pull that into place, you know, in that tiny gap against the body shell of your truck, but no problem. I'm sure you can manage that, and that'll leave you with a lightweight wheel. So we'll just have a look at the weights of these. So this original wheel and tyre, which is a metal one with hard foam in, dual stage foam, 214 grams. So we compare that to just a lightweight, you know, it's kind of stock wheel and tyre. This is what came with the Rescuer. That's 136 grams. So yeah, 212, 134. Now what's this going to weigh? 38 grams. So we're saving loads of weight from going up high on that car and messing up your centre of gravity no ends. You still get the look, but without the weight.
There we go. I hope you found that helpful, and I hope you're going to make yourself one of these. Instead of putting one of these onto your truck, help that balance quite a lot. Whether it's a lightweight, relatively lightweight plastic hub, you'll still be saving 100 grams, or marrying up that exact same metal hub and tyre to what's on your rig, you're going to be saving probably 200 grams by putting one of these on instead. So have a go. Let us know how you do, whether you think it's a good idea, and perhaps even let us know where we can see a picture of what you've put on yours. If you found that helpful, then please subscribe to the channel. It's a big help for me, it makes a big difference. Put a like on the video and join us again for some more running videos, hopefully some new products and some other tips in the future on RC Pi. Thanks for watching.